Hi, my name's Stacy Henderson, and this video is me hoping that in the future somebody might watch this, because I know that nobody's going to watch this right now because I'm not really teaching anything. This is a little bit about who I am and my history, and my plan is to always get these videos under 10 minutes. So I currently have 30 subscribers on YouTube. I've been creating videos on other social media platforms for a very long time. And I have uploaded a bunch of stuff to YouTube over the years, but never with a proper strategy. And to be fair, I don't necessarily have a proper strategy right now. I just recently watched an amazing video from a great guy called Miles Becker. He said, you're better off posting something instead of just sitting around thinking about it. And quite frankly, I've been thinking about it for nearly 10 years. I've created a lot of videos on other things, like I said, but YouTube is my favorite platform, and I spend more time on YouTube than anything else. So I've decided what I'm going to do is 90 videos in 90 days. Now, a little bit about my story. I worked in promotional marketing. I was a promo boy giving out free stuff on the streets. I was very good at that, and I had a lot of staff with me. My first business was called that was my first business. My second business was called something called ABN School. It was a short course for people who had just started a business and didn't know what to do, because I had a lot of staff who were in that situation and they were making lots of mistakes. That business taught me what not to do, because I didn't enjoy running that business and it didn't give me the life that I wanted. So that's become a big part of my wisdom nowadays. In that promotional marketing business, I also niched myself. I chose the favorite part of that industry and I pursued it, and I became the number one in Australia for that, and I did very well and I had a great career. That set me up with a property business that I still have to this day. I ended up becoming a tour guide in Europe, and I got paid to travel, and I had 12 summers in a row, and I was basically retired at the age of 33 and had this wonderful lifestyle with a property business. I was fit and healthy, I was socially active, I was traveling around the world doing all this cool stuff from the age of 33 to about 37, I think, when I stopped that. And during that period, people were asking me, how the hell did you create such an amazing life? And it all came down to setting goals, creating a vision board, being accountable, understanding what integrity and my word meant in my life, and listening to my thoughts. So as a result of that, I started running a workshop called Life Design. I ran hundreds of different workshops around that subject matter: goal setting, 8-hour workshops, 20, 30, 40 people in the room lots of times, and sometimes small six-seater workshops in my house around a dining table in a dedicated bedroom. That workshop showed me how many beautiful people have amazing, inspiring futures that they're fighting for, that they're motivated to work towards. But what I discovered over that process of working with hundreds of great people who were all trying to do this stuff, there was always two things that were missing. Number one, they needed a dynamic, entrepreneurial type vehicle, a business that would enable them to get that wonderful life that they all dreamed about most people dreamed about having. That concept of working from a laptop, sitting next to a waterfall, drinking a green smoothie, all that sort of stuff. This was like 2015, 16, 17, 18. The desire, the dream was to be a nomadic entrepreneur and all those sorts of things. Digital nomad, it was called. So everybody wanted to do that. So I tried to help people because I'd created that for myself. So I tried to help people, my close friends and graduates from my Life Design workshop, to create that. Subsequently, that evolved into a program. It's now a 100-day program that I have. And the second thing that they needed was to sort out their personal finances. Now, for me, back in my experiential marketing days, when I was teaching the ABN School course, I created a spreadsheet for small business owners that I then applied to my life. That completely transformed my life, and that's what I set up the property business with that structure and detail on my personal finances. So for the past 13, 14 years, I've been using it a very I made it, so I can't really call it amazing, but it is quite amazing, and it's a banking system. It's an automated banking system that anyone can build into their banking. It starts with a spreadsheet, there's some mindset stuff, there's some goal setting, and there's an automated banking system. So the two things they needed: number one, to have a business, a dynamic business that they could travel the world with. Number two, they needed to be able to manage their money properly and take control of their financial anxiety and their thoughts around their money and the way they treated and behaved with their finances. So I created a company called Povar. I was teaching the business development side of things. I did a lot of speaking and a lot of workshops, and I was like a guest speaker and a networking dude out here in Bondi Beach in Sydney. But I was never qualified to teach the money stuff, so I always held back on that. I did it for a lot of my existing clients and my close friends, And as a result of that, once again, that developed into what is now a 42-day or a 6-week financial anxiety program. So I teach that now. I've given up on having to have permission or a piece of paper because the results that I get with my clients are very good. And nowadays, I don't care that I don't have a qualification or a certificate because I have proof. I have a lot of clients. And quite frankly, it's a very serious problem in the world right now. The reason I stopped making content about 10 years ago, while I was traveling the world doing that 12 summers in a row, and my life was incredible, right? And I created all these inspiring videos about setting goals and how to have a good morning routine and all those sorts of, typical life coach kind of stuff that was really popular back then. I was one of the first people doing Facebook Lives in Australia. I had a huge audience, and I had 2 people message me at different times over a period of maybe 2 weeks. They said, I hate it when you do your videos because you make me feel useless. You make me feel like my life's really bad and you make me depressed. The thousands of people that watch my videos, 2 people told me that I made them feel bad and I stopped. That is a big problem and I refuse to do that again. I'm not going to do that again. It's been 10 years and I am back. And I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm going to produce content. And like I said, I don't expect anybody to watch this video unless I end up with a decent audience and maybe people are interested in checking this out in the future. So if you're from the future, boom, I'm glad you're here. You mean a lot to me, even though I don't know you yet. Maybe I will never know you. You're amazing. You can do epic things with your life. You just got to start. You got to learn the art of life design, learn the art of personal finances, and you got to give some of your ideas, you got to give them a crack. Because it's usually the 17th idea that makes $1 million. Have an amazing day.